I'm very proud that you got one of your first payouts with us. We got funded. This is just a journey, it's a marathon. It's not a race. How much was the payout?
$130. I think 60% of the accounts I've owned are from giveaways. And first of all, for the person who can't afford, GoFunded always running giveaways. I think a point last year I got funded and they had daily payouts. And this would actually force me to execute trades daily so that I can withdraw.
You are in the right path. That's what I feel like. This interview can inspire a lot of people, a lot of traders that are in the same position as you, because believe it or not, there's so many. Because the most important thing is to build the skill. When you have the skill, nobody can take that away from you. Hey everyone, welcome to a new video for GoFunded Trader. Today we have a special guest. We have here Victor. So please, if you could give us, a quick introduction of yourself.
Yeah, I'm Victor Prince. I'm a student in uni, and I've been funded trader once, made one payout, and from there it's been down. I've been funded with other firms here and there. Currently not funded, but that's it for now.
Yeah, and this is an interesting story, and that's why I also wanted to interview you, because I feel like that's the reality of many. Obviously, in this trading industry, getting to the payout or getting funded is the end goal. But getting funded and getting a payout is just the beginning, obviously. But tell us a bit more on what happened. How do you get funded? How do you find that account? And talk us through the process.
Yeah, initially, GoFunded CEO Edward posted about a giveaway saying whoever had told people to place in their best executions and setups for the week. And that time, that was back in April 2025, that was last year, the start of the month. I sent in my screenshots, and luckily I was chosen for that giveaway. He sent me the 8K account. I passed the account actually smoothly. The spread, I was shocked by the spread. It's very, very, very tight. Generally, because there's a 3 minimum days, I was hitting them for the challenge phase. I hit the 3 minimum days, the first 2 days, phase 2 the same. But then when it came to the funded, I got the first day and the second day. Now to get the third day, I was like, once I get the third day, I'm going to stop here and wait for the payout at the end of the month. But boy, oh boy, I traded goals and I top ticked a sale. And I saw my drawdown all going, and I was like, game's gone. So I had to take that, to accept that. But with time, eventually, I brought the account back into profit and secured the third day. Yeah, then I actually decided to leave the account for the rest of the month, because I think it was like the remaining 2 weeks before the payout.
Mm-hmm.
After the payout, I think it was actually my very first payout, because now that was before I got to uni. I was in this period between high school and uni, that resting period. It was my very first payout. I think I even posted it on X last year, and I was very grateful. But then after getting the first payout, I was like, I'm him. I can now do this back to back. But I think that was the end of it all. But with a profit, I think I was able to purchase another account with, I think funding tips. Also failed that. Then throughout last year, I've been just doing giveaways, trying this and that, depositing a few dollars on personal accounts. But then again, I got a chance with FT Markets Live. I got funded, and then with money from the payout, I bought a 25K account again with got funded. In my dashboard there, it's among the accounts. Now this is earlier this year. I got a 25K, first trade lost, second trade lost, then eventually I breached it. Now my payout money is reducing. I get a 5K, I think. Also, I got funded 5K. Still, I don't know. I'm not sure if I passed phase 1, but still all loss. And right now I'm not funded. But generally, the thing is, I got funded. First, the account that I had the payout was 1 month every after 30 days. So after hitting the 3 days, that period when you have to wait, it helps you to actually calm down and wait for a payout. Because I think a point last year I got funded at 10K with Funder Pro, and they had daily payouts. And this would actually force me to execute trades daily so that I can withdraw. I got a few daily payouts within the first week, but then eventually in the second week, I think I breached it, because you have that hype of I can trade today and withdraw. and this makes you frustrated. But here, when you know my payout is maybe once a month or every 2 weeks, I can actually, once you execute your trade and secure your profit, I can now rest and wait for payout date.
Yeah.
But
okay, so two things you were mentioning. I believe you said that you didn't fully spend the payout that you got from GoFunded last year, so you still keep some money from that, or you spend it all already?
No. It wasn't a big payout. Obviously, for it to be around right now
No,
would be.
of course.
Nah.
Because you were like, oh, I
Yeah.
still have some money of the payout left, and I bought another account. Like, you still keep it?
No.
Because
I was talking about the payout from another firm.
How much was the payout?
It was
400.
I think $130. $130.
And the other thing that I wanted to ask, so let's talk a little bit more about like how you actually trade. What do you like to trade? What is your go-to instrument? You trade Forex, metals?
Ideally Forex, Euro and GBP pairs. Mostly EU, GU, EJ, GJ, basically.
Okay, so that's what you've been trading. And so what is your strategy then? What strategy do you use?
Basically, I think it's more of smart money concepts with
concepts, okay.
This session liquidity, basically supply zones and demand zones. Though sometimes I also use the Asia lows and Asia highs with that London session break of structure. So plainly, it's quite simple. I don't complicate that.
Yeah, I see. And so do you think the reason why you haven't been able to become funded again, is it your strategy or is it more of like a, like mental thing?
I think it's more of how I actually approach these accounts. You get, because this year I've reached like eight accounts across various firms, and it's all about wanting to actually get funded quick and wanting payouts quick. You get, so I think it's more of mental, because the style of trading I use is what has got me funded and what has got me payouts on various firms. But the leading factor for these, maybe the breaches and failed accounts, is basically, I think, over trading, and revenge trading mostly, because when you take a loss and you actually want to make it back to get funded quick.
Yeah, I understand. So, okay, so you do pass accounts, right? Most of the accounts that you breach, do you pass the challenges or you just breach the challenge, or you only breach the funded account, or both?
Nah, I think I've failed more phases than funded. I think I've been funded like four times. Yeah. But then the rest, I think it's like 30% funded and 70% are failed challenges.
Yeah, I mean, this is still a good start. And my point of this interview as well is, I think this can be like the most realistic interview we've done so far, because for the majority of traders, it is like that. Like, you get funded, but you still need to find that consistency to just not only get funded, but to get consistent payouts. The way I think about it is like a game, right? Like, I feel like you achieve one of the main goals, which is, to get funded. You already got funded like a few times. Like, that's not a problem to you. You're capable of getting funded. You made it to, once or twice. Now you need to work on that, being consistent. So what is your main obstacles that you have right now? Like, if you were to trade next week again, what do you think do better to like go to the next level? Like, talk to me, give me like 3 points that you need to like work on.
Ideally, I think like I've said, the issues of breaching these accounts is one, the revenge trading. So first point would be setting the boundary that if I'm taking this percentage, let me say for my drawdown, I'm saying max in a day, I'm taking 2% loss. I don't need to even, it can be maybe across 2 trades, maybe I'm risking 1% trade. If I take 2 losses in a day, I call it quits. I don't have to hit the daily drawdown. I have to just leave it there and reset and come back another day. I think that's that. Then also, another thing is actually one grid. You get, maybe you have your TP at 3R and it gives you 2R, but you don't even put break even. Like, I actually want to get all of this. The market does not owe you anything. It has given you something, but because this is a funded, a bag, if you get something in the bag, it's better than actually having nothing. So not like fumbling profits, letting winners run. That's something. because sometimes you can cut short your winners. They eventually go and give you profits, and then these trades that go into a little profit and start coming back, you think it's a minor retracement, they keep coming, you adjust your stop loss, you adjust until eventually you're getting a big loss, and now you eventually want to make it back. So that's also there, cutting losses short. I think that would be the second point. Then ideally sticking that mindset of wanting to basically make it back, because like I told you, I initially trade GBP and Euro pairs, Euro USD, GU, but if I'm like in 8% drawdown, I might resort to adding gold on the watch list because it moves fast, it's very volatile, and actually
that's the only thing I trade. That's the only thing I trade. I only trade gold. That's it.
You'll be like, yeah, this will redeem me quick, and eventually it instead takes you out quick. So
yeah,
sticking to the instrument better, and yeah, I think basically that's it.
Nice. Hey, it's very interesting though. And you said that you also go to school, right? You go to uni, you go to college. What are you studying right now?
Finance.
You're doing finance.
Yeah.
Nice. That's great. So, I mean, you are like doing everything. Like you are trying to trade and be consistent. You also got your university going on. So you are doing everything at the same time. So it's gonna take some time. It's not gonna happen overnight, but you are in the right path. That's what I feel like. And I also want everyone who's watching this interview to feel inspired. It's not always like, getting huge payouts and daily payouts. So every day, 5K payout.
Yeah.
This is the reality. Like when I started trading, this was my reality as well. Like I got funded, maybe I make it to payout. I don't know. Maybe then I blow the account. Now the next payout is gonna happen when I don't know. So I'm very proud like that you got one of your first payouts with us. We got funded, and know that this is just a journey. It's a marathon. It's not a race. So you're gonna get there. You're already there. So also I wanna say someone that might be in your same shoes right now, they're struggling, maybe they got funded, they never got to the first payout yet. What can you tell them? Any advice, and also, what would you tell them to trade with GoFunded?
Someone that's in the same position as me, or maybe a bit on the lower end. I think most of the accounts I've got are through giveaways. Basically, I think 60% of the accounts I've owned are from giveaways, and 40% are those that I've bought for myself. But first of all, for the person who can't afford, giveaways are always running. Yeah, GoFunded is always running giveaways. I see you find 5 times 5K, 3 times 25K accounts. Even the way I got my first, the time when the CEO says, present this, show your best trade of the month or the week. So ideally, engaging in such activities, I think would grant them the opportunity to get funded. Then in terms of the struggle and all this, like you said, the markets are always there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, even from last year when I breached this account, because I was rushing, I was like, I actually need to make this money now. I need the money. How will I survive without this? But fast forward over a year later, the markets are still here. If I had traded the account slowly, looking for that small percentage, it would be here. So my advice regarding that would be, we take it a day at a time. Like you've said, it's a marathon. You just have to put in the consistent work. You don't have to get much from the markets. As long as it's consistent and sustainable, eventually we'll be able to keep these funded accounts longer and make more payouts from them.
Hey, that's a great message. And I hope everyone who's watching this is paying great attention, because it's only one way, and it's to keep pushing and going forward. Also, I don't know if you're aware, but for GoFunded Trader, we run a lot of competitions. I don't know if you ever participated, like I myself. I run weekly competitions, so every week you have a chance to participate. It's not like the monthly competitions. It's a bit easier because you're competing with less people. So right now we're getting we beat the record last week, and now we are getting almost 4,000 participants, which is a lot of people. We started with like 700. We always have like monthly competitions, but that's like 30,000 participants.
Bro, those competitions are tight.
Yeah, but the weekly competitions every week, and the top 10 or the top 10 is always getting free accounts. You never know. I had a few interviews with monthly competitions. Imagine the top one, I think it was like 100K or 200K instant account price and
Yeah.
$3,000. So for some people, that's life changing, and it's a great opportunity as well. Imagine a 100K account or 200K account instant. You just
Yeah.
need to make sure you keep the consistency, and you can literally like start making a whole salary like
Yeah.
in 2 weeks if you are consistent. So the opportunity is always there. One thing I will say to you and to everyone watching is, if you don't have an account right now, never stop trading, because the most important thing is to build the skill. Once you have the skill, nobody can take that away from you. So once you have the
Yeah.
skill, the only thing
So
you need is the opportunity to trade a challenge or a real account, and eventually it's going to happen. Like you say, you keep participating on giveaways and stuff like that, and you've been getting some
yeah.
account. So one of my last questions for you is, if you could send a message right now to yourself, to Victor from the future, what message would you tell yourself right now?
Sending a message
To yourself in
to
the
me in the
yeah.
future,
Uh-huh.
the one clear message is to take it slow, because eventually the markets are still here. We are still here, and I believe, it's a marathon. So taking it slow is what will eventually enable you to make these consistent gains and stay in the game long.
Nice. So take it slow, man. You already know.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna get there, bro. I believe in you. Well, I think that's basically it for this interview. Just wanna say, thank you for allowing me to interview you and giving me part of your time today to be here with us. I hope this interview can inspire a lot of people, a lot of traders that are in the same position as you. Because believe it or not, there's so many. I really like this interview, and I hope you watch it back and also enjoy it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming here. Do you have anything else?
Yeah. Thank you for having me.